Here we go now, the lights are on, everybody's in their grid boxes, and as soon as they drop, we'll be seeing them sprint towards, effectively, turn 2. Is that little kink on the right-hand side. Here we go now. It's going to be down to Yonti to decide how he's going to get away with it. Dan has took off like a bullet. He's going to be on the outside going into turn 1. There's a big mistake there from Beaker. He's going to drop a couple of places as a result of that. More contact further downfield, but nothing too severe. Everybody's still alive. I've not seen any wing damage, and I think Hazard's managed to fix his pedals.
You go 3 wide into the second chicane, though, and that actually's come out all right. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. I suspect it was Yell. He was on the inside of the corner, so he probably ran a little bit wide, thinking Dennis might get out of the way, but didn't.
Meister. Where did that come? Meister's just managed to get the inside on Dan there, get the cutback on him, and he's immediately up into P2. He's already looking for an opportunity on Yonti. So Dan, whilst Yonti managed to claim that place on Dan again to recover it, Meister just slipped on in there as well. Says, thanks for your DMs. I'm going to go further than that and actually get an opportunity on the inside of Yonti, but nothing could be delivered. He also knows now this is lap 3. DRS has been enabled, and this is an opportunity for Meister to take Yonti down the back straight. Although he's looking for the inside here into the hairpin. This might be a mistake here because I think there's the detection line. This means Yonti's now got DRS, and Meister is in the firing line. Or am I wrong? No, I'm wrong.
The detection line for the DRS is before. It's just after turn 9. It's a long way back.
Well, Yonti might actually lose out another place, and he's had to go defensive there. This is an opportunity now for a mistake to be made, and Dan to capitalise on it, and he just can't. But DRS again, this is more for Dan to just hold himself together, and Vexation and Duxie B swap places.
Yeah, big battle going behind. Beaker's coming through down the inside. He goes, and they go side by side with Duxie B's just ahead. I thought there was a little nudge there, but he's just now behind. He's going to get the drive off the corner that he wants. He's now still alongside, but Duxie B's just the nose ahead as they go into the chicane. And Duxby still holding off for now, but Vexation got through. He can now set his sights on that front 3.
Yeah. So Dan's getting too much. Oh, that was a mistake there. Dan's had to cut that final chicane there, and he's made a big mistake. Dennis has retired from the session. Dan almost made it. He almost closed up enough to be able to capitalise on Yonti's pace being a bit slow today. And that was just all into bits as soon as he broke hard and nearly went off wide. Oh, virtual safety car. Interesting.
Yeah, Dennis has just retired from the session, so maybe that's
more to fight with, and he wouldn't now be sat on 5%. He'd be in a position where he could actually go for more than what he is right now, but he's still going to be able to pull it off, and that's immediately Jurislav into the pits, and he's lucky because Jurislav would have been an absolute mare. But here's Dwip coming for him. He's gone right on past him down the inside. He needs to make sure he's got a full car ahead if he wants to properly benefit from this, and he is.
Well,
so now Spicy is just going to have to follow him along in the same way he did with Jurislav. Yes, he is.
Interesting.
Well, here we go. Duxie B looking for an outside line on Vexation. Nowhere he can get through there. He's going to have DRS again, but that's not going to help him. He's not going to be able to do anything more than just hold it together. And Vexation stays alive. Need to get a solid run out of the corner. Spicy tried his best, but it's not worked out. Yonti's already closing on him before we even get to the DRS activation line. And now he's already made that move happen. So it's going to purely be Yonti running away with us now and trying to close up onto the back of him.
Yellow flag's going up all over the place. Not sure who that's for.
Well, Meister? What's happened to Meister? He's really... Has he got a puncture? He has.
Front wing damage as well.
No. Yeah, well, he may have a front wing damage and a puncture, but that's his race over. That's it. He's going to... I mean, he's been sort of like having issues just racing lately anyway. He's not been too happy with his pace, but yeah, is that rear left, I think it is? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, no. But I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen Meister try to extend the life of a tyre, and it's just gone a bit too far. But yeah, that blew off pretty hard. If he'd managed to somehow keep himself out of the wall, he may have been able to recover it a little bit. But yeah, he's in a position now where pit stopping now is the only solution, and he might even retire. You know, he had to. His hand was played for him. The good thing is his medium pace was still pretty solid overall. It's just that he wasn't really living life when his fuel was so much.
Right behind Europe.
Oh, that's close.
Immediately, he is. This could end really well or really badly. Turning really well. Trying to press the Vexation for P2. Vexation is sticking to the inside. Yonti's got to try and go around the long way. And he is just ahead. A little bit of a nudging going through the corner, but he's done it as Beaker does it on Fragioko as well.
Just hits the wall a little bit. This is bringing Beaker into it now. He's already knows he's got DRS set up for the home straight. It's all about this attack. Down here, he's locked up pretty heavy going into that hairpin. That's actually caused Dwip to go wide. It's going to bring Fragioko closer to the back of Dwip, but this now is Beaker attacking hard. Dwip's also got DRS. He's also got the slipstream, and he's already on the back of him. This is going to be a tough area to attack if he wants to do it. We talked about it earlier. This is the final chicane. And it's going to be Beaker's just ahead. Dwip had to back out of it, but he does again have DRS. Fragioko, though, is in a better position. He's actually slightly closer than Dwip is to Beaker. And I think ultimately we're coming to turn 2, and I don't think it's going to be anything more than it is right now.
Dwip, he's going to switch to the inside here. Not normally see an overtake here, but he's going to go for it. And he's a nose ahead into the braking zone. Now, will he get DRS from the back of Beaker? He doesn't. Just half a second off. So Dwip will get a charge back at him.
I don't know if we pointed this out earlier or not, but both Fragioko and Dwip both have right end plate missing. So that's obviously going to help. It's not going to help them when it comes to left-hand turns. I'm trying to think of any areas on this track where left-hand turns are actually requiring any aerodynamics here. But, there's a battle going on further up. It's contact! Beaker and Spicy! I've been in the exact same shoes there, Spicy. I know that pain. And unfortunately, Spicy's been rotated in the final chicane. And I wouldn't be surprised if Beaker gets a bit of a telling off for that one, where it needs to sit. But Beaker knows what he wants to do, and that's make quick work of Vexation going into the final chicane. We're going to have a repeat of the same situation, and exactly the same situation. Vexation gets sent off into the wall, and he's gone into the pits to get his wing. It's going to be an attack going in towards turn 2, because swings out very wide there, and that's actually cost him a fair bit. He's going to have to take a really tight line through turn 2, sorry, and he just can't do anything about it. So Marinella Baby holds on. Gap. Still a lot of work for Beaker to do. If he wants to go for it, Duxby is still looking for an opportunity. It's not going to come to him right there. But he's now got an alternative line. Again, had to, but I don't think he can. Now, here we go. Finally, Duxby manages to... Again, he's just taken such a wide line there. He's made the move happen. He's got the position on him, but he's not setting himself up for necessarily the best runoff to an attack. He's now up in a P5 though. This is a really solid position for him to be in. I don't know if they had team orders, there's the words. But Jurislav coming up to the back of Spicy. No attacking here. It's going to be all about now preparing for that final. Yeah,
it'd be a good result for Dan. Didn't even expect him to be up there, but he's absolutely nailed it here today. Got P2 on the grid, got the race lead into the first corner, but unfortunately just cracking under a little bit under the pressure. Picking up a few penalties and another penalty. So that is 12 seconds of penalties to Beaker's 3.
Yeah.
P2 at the moment, P1. Dan claims P2. And Beaker's going to jump up in a moment.
Indeed, here he comes now. Haas 1-2 would be great. Is Fragioko going to be able to jump anybody? He's not, so P4 for him. Duxby B is coming in, but there's a battle going on further downfield as Dwip is looking for a move here on the McLaren. That is not going to work out for him. Jurislav might need to get a better result. He's not, and there was a bit of contact between Dwip and Jurislav, which means Dwip cannot pass him. I thought he was going to fail there.
He lost the penalties anyway.
Yeah, he did. Vexation actually beats him there.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a I don't know, like a consolation prize, if you like. There, he did actually still get a point on the table, and I think he also got fastest lap, if I remember correctly, which means he'll get 2 points. So that's the end of the Grand Prix. It's going to be a Haas 1-2 with a Toro Rosso there in P3. Dan tried his best to try and hold on, but just too many mistakes on a track that is very penalising towards penalties anyway, and yeah, he got that. So Yonti P1, Beaker P2, Dan P3. Really solid podium overall. And we're going to have a quick rundown of all the drivers and their finishing position. So Yonti, like we said, takes the win. Beaker in P2, Dan P3. Fragioko had a really solid drive up, P12 to P4. Really good stuff from him. Marinella Baby in P5, Duxby P6, Spicy P7, Jurislav P8. Vexation managed to secure a P9, sorry, not P10, P9. And Dwip in P10. Yoldabamas finished a few laps after everyone else, is in P11. And then the DNFs were Meister, Dennis, and Hazard.